Hey guys, Super Saiyan 30 here, and for the past 6 days, I have been playing Marvel Spider-Man 2. But I also want you to tread lightly, folks. There are going to be some mild spoilers up ahead. So if you guys don't want to get spoiled mildly, I advise you just to click off the video and just give it a like and just basically comment when you're going to be getting Marvel Spider-Man 2. But everything else, I'm going to be talking about what to expect and basically my honest opinions about the game. So without further ado, let's dive on into this review of Marvel Spider-Man 2. So I'm gonna basically talk about the second best feature in the games, in my opinion, and that is the traversal. And I have to say, the traversal has to be the biggest step up of any Marvel Spider-Man game we've gotten since Miles Morales and the first one for PS4. And I have to say, this was basically the best feature ever that was basically everyone was hyped for. The web wings in the game feel so smooth and fluid, but I'm gonna be very honest with you. Even though this is a spoiler-free video, the web wings is going to be a little difficult for you to master because it takes a little practice. But I was terrible at first when I first started using the web wings. As you can see in the gameplay, I'm struggling to basically, adjust to the web wings and try to have that perfect balance between it alongside with web swinging and trying to glide a little bit. It was difficult, but I managed to make it work in the process. And I had to say, as despite being the best feature in the game, there are some kind of flaws to it because there's some times where it's hard to basically maintain mobility while using the web wings. So the only way you can basically maintain it and continue to glide is basically by using wind tunnels and basically air vents that basically gives you that boost. And sometimes if I wanted to, fly a little longer, I have to find nearby air vents. But I actually find it pretty cool. I find it pretty cool though. But not only that, it's a little difficult to master and get used to because the web wings, they're cool and all, but as you continue to use them, they get easier over time. So don't worry. All right, now to get to the next best feature about the game so far. So let's jump right in. Marvel Spider-Man 2 combat system is the absolute funnest thing that I ever experienced in most of the Marvel Spider-Man games, such as Miles Morales and the first one for the PS4. And both of them combined, bringing back some fan favorite finishers alongside with some new ones that I can't really show because I haven't really get a chance to record them. So yeah, sorry. But I have to say the new finishers is absolutely amazing and they're beautiful. Not only the fact if you are stopping some petty crimes in the city, there are chances are that you might run into Miles if you're playing as Peter or Peter if you're playing as Miles. And they are able to do these things called dual takedown moves. As you constantly, do combos, you'll do it, or you just hit the classical triangle circle, the finisher, and bam, you do a dual finisher. And there's a new feature in the game called the Parry System, where not only you could basically have a brief timing for it. So once you're getting attacked, there's a brief window where you can parry the enemy's attack, and you'll do a significantly amount of damage, and it looks downright cool. And each of the Spider-Man has a different parry. For Miles, he uses his blue bioelectricity, where he basically pushes you away and then uses a roll kick. For Peter, he has two different variants of parries, where one he has his iconic spider arms parry, and as you progress through the second parry system, he has the brief two symbiote, where he basically uses his tendrils to block and then he kicks the absolute shit out of you. Then there's a new mechanic that both Spider-Men share, regardless if you play Peter or Miles. When the enemy is up against the wall as you combo them, you'll be able to do a flurry of kicks depending on how many times you tap the square button. And it guarantees you an instant KO because you're getting kicked in the midsection repeatedly by Spider-Man. You know damn well your rib cages is basically getting shattered in two into millions of pieces at that. And that's a cool new ability that you can actually do as you do petty crimes or fight crimes. I'm not going to tell you how you guys get it, but I know one thing for sure. You guys better be expecting it. But now I'm going to basically discuss the cons of what's going on with the combat mechanics in this game, because yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone is already talking about this all over Twitter and some YouTube reviews where they have big, huge spoilers where they spoil a lot of shit. And I'm not gonna spoil a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna just do mild spoilers and then keep everything else spoiler free. Um, there's basically a mechanic. Well, this is just Peter alone. Miles's mechanic is already okay. It's fine. But as you beat the game with your new anti-venom suit, where you get the ability to use the anti-venom abilities after the help of Peter and Martin Lee in the story, he gets access to the anti-venom suit, which means that no longer will you be able to use the black suit ability. Not only that, the biggest other disappointment about the combat mechanic is that once you get the anti-venom suit, everything, every suit that you ever get and unlock is basically locked on the anti-venom suit combat mechanic. So what I mean by that, that means you cannot customize your parry or the abilities that you want to use. You can't use the spider abilities like the spider barrage, the spider lift, and all the other stuff. But when it comes to like parrying and stuff, you are no longer able to use the spider arms parry. Instead, you're using the anti-venom parry. And not only that, if you're wearing the black suit, do not expect to have the black suit abilities returned to you. You're going to be only able to use the anti-venom suit. And what makes it more kind of disappointing that once you go into surge mode, you will automatically be wearing the anti-venom suit for that period of time until you the cooldown wears off. So no longer will you be able to access the black suited abilities like you did in the main story, which is disappointing. And I hope Insomniac Games give us the opportunity to choose which color or which ability do we want for Peter. Do we want to use his spider arms mechanic where he can parry with his spider arms and basically use, all of his spider abilities such as his spider traversal with his blast, or you can use the symbiote abilities. They'll give you a selection of which you want to use. Do you want to use the anti-venom or you want to use the black suit symbiote abilities? And I hope in the future, as soon as by the time back then we'll probably get the City That Never Sleeps 2 DLC extra story. They'll change that in the future. Right now I'm not gonna ask for much because the game just released. It's still too new. So we're gonna basically I'm gonna wait and see if they're going to, fix this kind of problem, because I'm not the only one that's been experiencing this, because I want to wear the new black suit and swing around with the black suit, and not only that, use my black suit abilities like in the story, because I'm not gonna lie, the black suited abilities were damn right bomb, and I got disappointed that I couldn't use it after I beat the game. I was just very disappointed, but it didn't stop me from enjoying the game though. So without further ado, let's get on to the third best feature. The level up system alongside with the skills is absolutely amazing. Not only that, which made this game more unique is the fact that the amount of abilities you'll be rewarded with as you level up. As you get to the higher levels, not only will you get one skill point each, but you'll get two skill points each depending on how high your level is. The max level in this game is level 60. And not only that, you'll be able to unlock certain suits at certain levels. Like for instance, the classic black suit can be unlocked at level 50. So if you want that classic black suit, you better get the leveling up. And the fact it is that makes it more better that as you continue to level up, you get more skill points and you can basically save them to basically buy abilities that you want. I'm not going to spoil any of the abilities or the skill trees that you can unlock, but I have to say it's a lot to level up and basically upgrade, and you'll love it because it's amazing. And not only that, the suit text abilities, well, basically the suit text system, where you are able to basically upgrade your Spider-Man. In the previous games, as you level up, you get additional health, your combat damage increases, and your swing level also gets improved as you progress through the story. But now that's been taken out. Now you have to actually upgrade your health, upgrade your damage, your traversal, and your focus meter. And not only that, the biggest con I hate about this system now is the fact that in the previous games there's an upgrade mechanic where you can basically use focus meter for your finishers. But as you upgrade it to a certain amount, there'll be a chance where you don't have to use your focus meter to do finishers. You don't have to use it at all, and you could just use it constantly back to back to back. And not only that is the fact that now you can't use your you can't heal with basically little bit of focus meter. Now you have to get your meter all the way up in order for you to heal yourself. And basically that is basically the most frustrating part of the focus meter in this game. Now you have to get your meter all the way up in order for you to heal, because there are certain times where if you're playing on the spectacular, the ultimate difficulty, and you're taking shit ton of damage and you need to heal instantly. So in order for you to do that, you gotta constantly just play on the offensive and attack and use gadgets and shit like that. And what makes it more worse, there's no new game plus, so that's also going to be a huge hair puller for people that are trying to beat the game at ultimate difficulty. So please, good luck and trend lightly. So, as you know, as I said, I'm not going to be impatient. I'm not going to be ungrateful. I still enjoy the game. It's just the little things that I just hope that they fix in the future that'll make it better than it was before. All right, time to move on to the final and last section. And spoiler alert, folks, because well, mild spoiler alert, because this is where shit is gonna get crazy. The main story missions, along with side missions, blew my absolute fucking mind in many ways than one, because it was amazingly written and there was so much to do in the expanded New York. And I can't really spoil a lot of stuff, but I can say that the side missions were an absolute doozy. A huge, great success to basically the first game, where there was a lot of stuff to do in the first game, such as doing Harry's Oscorp stations, alongside with finding backpacks around the city, doing stealth challenges, stealth combat, and bomb challenges in order for you to fight Taskmaster, and then some. For this game, it was a huge step up where you get able to basically do Brooklyn Vision Academy side missions with Miles Morales and other stuff like I can't spoil it, but there was a lot more better stuff. And not only that, what made it so good, as I talk about it so highly, is the fact that not only is this a great way for you to level up your Spider-Man, to improve and develop new gadgets, and not only that, get new skills for you to progress through the story mode and become stronger, so that way you can beat the final boss with perfect ease. It was amazing. There were some story missions that kind of had me like confused, but then I had to realize what was going on. And there was a lot of shockers. There was a lot of ups and downs, and there was a huge amount of rogues gallery that I saw that basically depending on new and familiar faces. I can't really say much, but I'm gonna say that you're gonna be surprised who you guys gonna run into, and it was absolutely amazing. And not only that, my favorite side missions of all time was basically me, fighting against the Flame, where these guys are in a part of a cult where they worship and basically jack off to fire and some shit. And the main leader, well, let's just say the main leader is just causing a lot of carnage. So that's all I'm gonna say. But the main missions for the story itself was so well written, and it was just such a cool, diverse, and original take of the symbiote story. So huge bravo for Insomniac Games for developing their own version of the symbiote story. And you guys are going to be really surprised at how well they did it. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. But everything else with the game, I am impressed. And not only that, the suits that you unlock as you progress through the story was absolutely phenomenal. And I hope that they add more suits, and I hope they do add the mechanic where we can switch between symbiote abilities or spider arm abilities for Peter, and maybe some new skills and more new, stuff as the game progresses, as we get the DLC. It's like I said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like. Comment on what you think about it. Did you have Marvel Spider-Man 2? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want to stay updated with the channel, always keep that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the same universe 24/7, 365. Until next time, guys, as Super Saiyan 30 always say, I will see you guys on the battlefield. See you guys.